Hello everyone, this is your friend Naruto Nexus 2.0 and we are back with a new fanfic. Which is What If Naruto Got Harem with Kushina, Mikoto and Tayuya Part 1. And if you enjoy this fanfic then please press the like button and subscribe to my channel for more fanfic like this. Now let's start the fanfic. Alright Naruto, today remember the jutsu you learned while we were finding Tsunade. Jiraiya told his godson as the young Naruto. Uzumaki was so hyper of hearing this. Yeah, of course, the Rasengan, I love that jutsu. Naruto laughed out loud but stopped when Jiraiya nodded Naruto across his head. Ouch, what the hell was that for? Listen up Naruto, the jutsu I will show you I copy from the 4th Hokage, although the 4th Hokage was my favorite student. Jiraiya showed Naruto the Rasengan but a more powerful version of it. Wow, that's so cool, pervy sage. Naruto was amazed at the power of Jiraiya's Rasengan, of the frog sage own Rasengan. Yeah, I know, I was amazed myself when the 4th Hokage mastered this ability so quickly. It took a while for even me to master it, so let's see how you're able to master this jutsu and make it own trademark. Make a Rasengan of your own original. Jiraiya told his godson. After many tries, Naruto got tried and became nearly drained from using up his normal human chakra. Of trying to make a Rasengan of his own, an original Rasengan of his making like Jiraiya and the 4th Hokage. Oh man, what day. Naruto fall on the ground face down. Well, at least you got the first step done. Jiraiya smiled looking down at the grinning Naruto. Don't worry, I'll master that new Rasengan jutsu in no time, pervy sage, you can count on that. Naruto grinned. While Jiraiya smirked. If keep trying harder and harder, I know you can master it, kid, but let's stop for today, alright? Look'll be gone for a while, take a break, okay Naruto? And don't be looking at my scrolls without my permission, you might find a jutsu you won't like. Yeah, I hear you. Naruto rolled his eyes. Jiraiya left the outer field of the forest, leaving Naruto alone while Jiraiya took care of other business. Naruto peeked in Jiraiya's bag and took out a large scroll from Jiraiya's backpack. There Naruto opened it and saw numberless jutsu inside Jiraiya's scroll. Wow, talk about jutsu heaven. Naruto laughed. Naruto read a couple of jutsu here and then, but there was one special jutsu that he read, Cross World. Naruto said the name of his jutsu was strange and yet sound fun to use. Horse, rabbit, ox, snake, tiger, horse, snake, ox, dragon. Naruto perform hand signs while saying these words. Then chakra start to leak from Jiraiya's scrolls as light blue chakra arms grabbed Naruto's shoulders and pulled him inside. When Jiraiya returned to find Naruto's shoes there with blue smoke coming from his scroll as Jiraiya sweat drop. Damn Naruto, didn't I tell you not to go in my bag? Jiraiya slap him on the face. Elsewhere with Naruto. In the hidden forest of Konoha. Ouch, my head, damn, what hit me? Naruto opened his eyes to find himself in the hidden forest of Konoha. Huh, where am I? Back at the hidden forest, wait, wasn't I? Oh man, that jutsu did work, oh man, I screw up, it did teleport me back to my home. Naruto wondered as he got back up, his knees felt funny as his legs shake. Damn, what's going on, my body feel funny, damn it. Naruto felt like he was going to vomit soon. Which he did twice after coughing. Damn it, my body. Before Naruto submit to his unknown illness, he saw a person, a woman, walking toward him. Hey, you alright? The voice of a kind woman asked Naruto. Moments later. Naruto woken later in a warm, soft, large bed of someone. It was raining outside. Naruto shook his head. He got out of bed. Where am I? Naruto asked. Leaving the bedroom, Naruto discovered he was in somebody's home. Naruto entered the kitchen of the house and saw someone already made dinner. Then Naruto suddenly heard the sound of someone humming a song. Naruto went upstairs to a room. Naruto opened the door a little bit to see a full-grown woman with dark red, purple-like hair. Her every being was perfect, a true wet dream for a young male from Naruto's dream or anyone young male fantasies. The woman just put on a towel to cover her body, which Naruto was thankful for, as the young knocked on the door. The woman gasped, "W, who's there?" Sorry lady, didn't mean to peek on you. But Naruto was cut by the beautiful woman standing before him. Oh, I'm sorry, I see you're finally up. I found outside the village, good thing I found you before it rained. What's your name? The woman asked Naruto. It's Naruto. Naruto told the woman. For a moment the woman's eyes widened in shock for a quick second before. That's a beautiful name. She smiled as Naruto blushed while rubbing the back of his head. Thanks lady. I'm Kushina, she said. That's a really pretty name lady. Naruto chuckled while Kushina giggled. Naruto honey, would you mind waiting downstairs until I'm done getting dressed? Kushina asked Naruto. Sure thing lady. Naruto left Kushina's bedroom going down the stairs. Naruto saw on a table beside the couch in a family picture. Naruto picked it up and looked at it. There in the picture was Jiraiya, Kushina and fourth Hokage. Naruto's mind screamed. No way, this can't be. Naruto thought to himself. On back of the picture were three names. Jiraiya with Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki pregnant 6 months with Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto body froze from the shock that quickly was overcoming him. I think pervy sage jutsu did something either good or bad, and I just saw my mother, oh my god. Do you have a last name Naruto? Kushina asked Naruto. This case Naruto to freak out. No. Naruto said simply to cover up himself. This woman was his mother, then he's in deep trouble. As the two were having dinner together alone, it was only Naruto and Kushina alone in the house. Oh, that too bad, having a last name is good to have. Kushina said. Yeah, well, I always been on my own. I never knew my mother or my father at all. The orphanage kicked me out when I was 4. But enough about me. So Kushina, you know the fourth Hokage and pervy, I mean Jiraiya? Naruto asked the female Uzumaki. Yes, I did. Jiraiya was Minato sensei and I was Minato's lover. Kushina suddenly frowned. But few years back I gave birth to a baby boy. My baby was taken from me. Minato used our own son to seal the 9-tailed fox inside my son. My son died and so did Minato. I lost the 2 most important people in my life all in one night. And few years later Jiraiya died. No way, the pervy sage dead. No way, this gonna be a dream, man. That jutsu really did something to me. Am I in another world? Kushina call out Naruto's name to get his attention. Yes, Kushina-sama. Please just call me Kushina. It funny my son's name was Naruto. Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki, what a perfect name that was. Kushina chuckled. You look a lot like him too. Really? Kushina nodded while wrapping her fingers around her long beautiful red hair. Well, I never really thought of myself handsome or good looking at all. Why's that? Kushina asked. Well, everyone always look down at me. To them I'm just a dropout, but I have proven myself I can be the best. Only I wish what my mother looked like. What was she look like, and did she care about me, and of course my father as well. Naruto sighed as he stared at his bowl of ramen. Naruto should finish your food before it gets cold. Kushina gave Naruto a kind motherly smile. Right. Naruto still looked down while eating his dinner. I'm sure they care about you, Naruto. I mean, no panther should never ever leave their child unless it was a good damn reason. Kushina told Naruto. Thanks, Kushina. So Naruto, why have a leaf headband? This draw attention about Naruto's sudden arrive. Well, I found this headband. My godfather gave me this to me. Naruto lied. I thought you didn't have a family. Well, I was adopted by this old guy. He took me as his own when nobody else wouldn't. I look up to him as my hero. Naruto smiled. He's a bit of a perv, but he's cool as hell. That must be a good man. Kushina giggled. Yeah, he was. I'll never forget you, old Sarutobi. Naruto thought. But I have a new hero, pervy sage. I have learned a lot from him as well. I hope he's not mad at me. Back in Naruto's world. I can't believe it, that little brat used the cross-world jutsu. Jiraiya signed. I only visited that world only once. It was a better world until I find out I died. Well, guess it's time for my second time to visit that world. Jiraiya performed the same hand sign Naruto did. I hope you're not casing chaos in that world, kid. Back in the other world. That night. Kushina. Naruto spoke her name while Kushina was washing the dishes. Yes, Naruto-kun. Just call me Naruto please, I just wanna know why are you so kind to me? Because you remind me of Minato when he was your age, and I thought you were a lost leaf ninja. Kushina giggled as Naruto blushed cherry red. Thank you for giving me food and a place to stay. But I should leave tomorrow morning. You can't. Kushina yelled but covered her mouth but spoke in a kind gentle voice. I mean you can't, Lord Sarutobi wished to see tomorrow. Huh, why that? Kushina pointed at her forehead. Naruto cursed in his thoughts. Damn it, the headband, oh man, I up. Later that night, Naruto slept on the couch downstairs as Naruto was watching TV. It was 11 o'clock. Naruto was in deep thought. How the hell am I going to get out of this problem? No, wait, Naruto, you can do this, you can do this. The next day, Sarutobi aka the third Hokage was sitting in his chair as Naruto along Kushina stood in front of the old Hokage. Kushina told me she found you. She also told me you want to stay here as a resident of Leaf. Is this true? Yes, I do. I'm already a genin. Naruto told him. What village? Sarutobi asked. Then a voice came from outside of Sarutobi's window. Under my wing, that boy is a genin. My skin is saved. Naruto was truly glad to see Jiraiya from his world. JJ, Jiraiya, is that you? Sarutobi was truly surprised and shocked to see his former student. Don't have a heart attack on me, old man. Jiraiya then let out a small chuckle. Jiraiya, how are you alive? The Anbu saw you die. Kushina said. You think I all the mighty and powerful Toad Sage fall in the heat of battle? Never. Jiraiya did his infamous pose. Yup, that's Jiraiya alright. Kushina and Sarutobi thought. I see that you have met my son. Jiraiya pat his right hand on Naruto's head. Your son. Kushina yelled along with Sarutobi. What, you didn't think I would ever have children? Jiraiya gave them a funny look as Kushina and Sarutobi sweat drop. Well, you said the woman would ever have your children would be Tsunade. Sarutobi said. I'm pulling your leg. Naruto is my adopted son. I found him as newborn baby few years back. In the land of grass I name him Naruto after my late godchild. I'm sorry Kushina for so much confusion. No, it's alright, just so glad to see you again. Kushina gave Jiraiya a warm hug as Jiraiya welcomed the hug which Kushina gave him. I'm glad to see you as well, Kushina. Naruto, go get something to eat at lunch time for you, kiddo. Jiraiya told him. Yeah, ramen, here I come. Naruto ran off. Kushina followed behind Naruto. You know that is Kushina's son. Jiraiya told the old Hokage. I know, and you're not Jiraiya, well, at least from our world. Sarutobi chuckled. That is correct, Sarutobi sensei. But from my world you die, I still see you're still alive. Kushina vanished after the night of Naruto's birth. I believe she had died. But here I see she is alive and well, but I see great loss in her eyes. Jiraiya told Sarutobi. So why are you here? Naruto read a jutsu that brought us here. Naruto is Kushina's son but not her blood son in this world. Tsunade is 5th Hokage in our world, beautiful and deadly as ever. Jiraiya laughed. That sounds just like her. Sarutobi laughed along with Jiraiya. So tell what has changed of this world from my own. In my world there is only one Uchiha left within Konoha. Sasuke Uchiha. The only living Uchiha in this Konoha is Mikoto Uchiha, the mother of Itachi and Sasuke Uchiha. Jiraiya wasn't that surprised hearing this, so he asks, where's Sasuke Uchiha? Sasuke died from an illness shortly after that night. Sarutobi signed. Danzo and the village elders have tried many times to rebuild the Uchiha clan, but Mikoto refused. I see the loss of her clan and her youngest child to die, and not only that but to have her oldest child murder his own clan. Both Makoto and Kushina has share of equal losses of their children. Sarutobi agreed with Jiraiya. Yes, the elders plan to clone an Uchiha from Makoto's or Sasuke's DNA. You know that won't work. A clone can't have children. Even if Makoto was forced to mate with someone else, it will be only causing more harm to the grandchild of. Sarutobi cut Jiraiya off before speaking the forgotten Uchiha's name. Yes, I know Jiraiya. Believe it or not, Kushina had another child. Oh really? This caught Jiraiya off guard for a moment. Yes, of course you wouldn't know, you're not from our world. Kushina had a girl first before Naruto was born. Her name is Tayuya Uzumaki. Believe me, she a lot like Kushina when she was young. Let me guess, mouth like a sailor and angry as hell on mood swings. Sarutobi nod his head. Damn, where is she? On a mission with her team. Kakashi Hatake is her sensei, Tayuya Uzumaki, Sakura Haruno and Kintsuchi. Kushina adopted Kin and Anko into her household few years ago. Jiraiya smack himself in the face. Oh great, I got a gut feeling if Tayuya is in Naruto's replacement, then that means. No, she doesn't have the Kyuubi. Naruto did, but he died. Tayuya was born 4 years before Naruto, she's 14 this year. Sarutobi's sweat drop as he remembered all the hell Tayuya being casing in the past years. 14 yet still a genin. Believe me, she's a pain. Sarutobi showed Jiraiya a picture of Team 7 from his world. I have seen Tayuya and Kin before, only in my world they were killed. Kin was used in one of Orochimaru's sick experiments and Tayuya body was crushed by a tree. Jiraiya explained to Sarutobi, hey Sarutobi sensei, I know this is crazy, but I and Naruto are going to stay here for a while. I understand Jiraiya, people will be shocked to see you alive. Jiraiya laughed. So is Orochimaru, what of him? Jiraiya wondered. Just as evil in your world, I'm afraid. Sarutobi signed while shaking his head slowly. I see something hasn't changed in this world. Well, to keep Naruto's secret safe, I will dye Naruto's hair white like mine so many people will believe he's as my son. Sarutobi chuckled as he can image a white-haired Naruto acting like Jiraiya. It's truly good to see you again, Jiraiya. I believe this world needs a good Naruto and Jiraiya. Damn right. Few minutes later at the training ground. Hey pervy sage, what are you doing? Jiraiya perform a 6-hand sign and pat his right hand on Naruto's head as Naruto's spiky blonde hair changed to silver as it grew down to his shoulders. There, now everyone will believe you're my son. Jiraiya smirked. Just need to give you new clothes. All help. Kushina said, giving them to a friendly motherly smile at them. Good. Jiraiya said. Now Kushina, when Anko, Kin and Tayuya return from their mission, please tell them that Naruto is moving in. I fear hell will begin knowing there's a boy living in their home. Kushina signed. Yeah, I know Tayuya was a challenge to raise. Adopting Kin and Anko was even more of a challenge. But with Naruto's help, I think things will be quieter, I hope. Great, I got roommates. Naruto's sweat dropped. Quit crying about that. You're living my fantasies, kid, living with 4 beautiful women in a wonderful household. Jiraiya grew a vein on the back of his head while he yelled at Naruto. Whatever you say, pervy sage, I already know it gonna be war. Naruto signed. Don't worry, Naruto. Tayuya is the main problem, but I believe Anko and Kin will be less trouble for you. Kushina smiled at her otherworld son. Well, let's begin. Naruto chuckled. He was ready for this new challenge that awaits him. Rumors of Jiraiya's return spread out of all the land of fire like wildfire, and rumor he also had a son as well. As rumors soon become true facts, for the whole day Naruto was being trained by Jiraiya, although Naruto was turning 13 this year in 1 month. Alright Naruto, enough training for today. This show me that you can control your chakra to some limits. Try focus on using your normal chakra, then the 9-tailed fox's chakra, use the Kyuubi's chakra as a trump card. Jiraiya told his godson as Naruto and Jiraiya were all alone at the training ground. Alright pervy sage, it is getting late. Naruto looked at the time on his wristwatch. It was 6 o'clock. Yeah, you're right, the girls should be returning home right about now. Wished you luck, kid, you're gonna need it, that's for sure. Naruto sweat drop. I really hope it not so bad as I think it's gonna be. Come on Naruto, I know your luck with women ed in your world. But here maybe both you and I can have a fresh start, kid, you know, make everything right here. Jiraiya cheered up his godson. Thanks pervy sage. That's my boy, now go home and show those ladies who is the man of that household. Jiraiya point Naruto the path of his new home. The Uzumaki resident. Alright, so far there's nobody here. Naruto looked around, he'd sign with relief. Then the door of the house smash open as the door bash Naruto on the head sent the boy flying in the kitchen. As the three beautiful yet troublesome daughters of Kushina Uzumaki have finally arrived. Ka-san, we're home. The three yelled. I'm upstairs, girls. Kushina called out. Man, I'm beat, what a ing day. Tayuya took off her shoes and jumped on the couch and sat there watching TV. While Kin sat beside her older sister, best friend as Anko, the oldest of the three, about the age of 24. She was young and single, not a man alive in Konoha dare ask her out on a date. There was only two men, however they only became Anko's best friends. Kakashi Hatake and Guy Might. Kakashi was more of a lazy boyfriend type and Guy was too much of I'll do whatever you want type of guy. Anko decided to have them as her best friend, then being her boyfriends, and also Anko was a bit too insane for them. Kin was known as the most beautiful yet the most hated genin in Konoha because many females were envy Kin. Most boys would ask her out then asking the others. But Kin decided to be single, waiting for the boy that gives her a challenge at a relationship. Then there was Tayuya, Kushina's first-born child. As a child, Tayuya was lovable and kind and also sweet, but losing her baby brother and her father on the same night as well as her godfather. Seeing her mother nearly being pushed on the edge of madness, it was Tayuya that kept Kushina strong through these years of hardship. Tayuya, the leader of the Hell Sisters, best known as in Konoha. Together those three are the meaning of hell. Because of them no man dare try to date Kushina or try any funny moves. Anko entered the kitchen to discover Naruto on the ground bleeding from his head. Naruto recover, open his eyes to find himself in deeper shit even ever. Anko had her leg foot on Naruto's chest while Kin and Tayuya gave the boy an evil glare. Oh crap. What the hell are you doing here? Noob breaking in our home. Tayuya yelled at Naruto. Wait, I didn't, ouch. Anko pushed her foot down on Naruto's chest harder. Save it, little pervert. Anko told him. What should we do with him, girls? Kin smirked. Girls, what are you doing? Kushina yelled. She looked very disappointed of her daughters. Nothing. They said. Kushina glare at them. Anko, remove your foot from his chest. Anko quickly removed her foot from Naruto's chest. He's our guest. Kushina helped Naruto up. Our guest? Since when do we have a guest? Tayuya asked. Since now, young lady, don't give me that look. He's our special guest. This is Jiraiya's son. Tayuya's attention was caught by this. You're kidding, that old frat had a son before he died. I'm not dead yet, Red. Jiraiya spoke. He climbed through the kitchen window. But when, how, and Tayuya, Anko and Kin were confuses and deeply surprises. I, Jiraiya, the almighty toad sage, shall never fall in the heat of battle. Jiraiya laughed. I see you met my son Naruto. You named your son after my dead brother. Jiraiya nodded. Jiraiya quickly ducked down from being punched by Tayuya fist of fury. Where the hell were you, old man, and what right you have naming your pervert son after my dead little brother? I still see you're pissed as ever, and you have forgotten I was the one who named him, Naruto. It was I who gave your dead brother his name, and it is I who named my son after my late godson Naruto. So calm down, redhead. I know you're pissed as hell, but show love to your godfather. Jiraiya opened his arms waiting for Tayuya to hug him. Tayuya walked up to him and quick gut shot the old sage. You. Tayuya ran off to her room. She hits just like Tsunade. Oh crap. Jiraiya, are you alright? Kushina asked the toad sage. Number. Jiraiya moaned in pain. I'll tell you one thing, she is your daughter Kushina. Damn, Tayuya gut shot you good. Kin said. Yeah, no kidding, Kin. Jiraiya coughed while talking. He recovered shortly. Anyway, like I said, this is my son, named him Naruto. He will be staying in Konoha with you girls. I want him to feel like he's home. We will. Kin and Anko suddenly grinned their teeth, which caused Jiraiya to worry even more. Wait, hey, I thought you were gonna keep training me. Naruto said. I am, but I got to discover what has changes while I was in hiding, kiddo. I trust you and the girls will keep my son out of trouble, I hoped. Jiraiya asked Kushina. Of course, Naruto is welcome to stay with us anytime. Good, well then I'm off. Naruto, remember, keep on training on our little lesson, remember that. Jiraiya left the Uzumaki household. Will do, pervy sage, will do. Naruto sighed. Don't worry Naruto, you'll have a great time. Kin chuckles. She wrapped her right arm around his neck while put her chain on top of Naruto's head. Yeah, little god brother. I'm afraid, very afraid. The person you should be afraid of is Tayuya. Kin told him, you having her dead brother's name, it gonna be a while before she lets in. In what? Naruto wondered. Her heart dummy, Anko told him. Guess that can be bit of a problem. Naruto rubbed the back of his head. Naruto, can you do me a favor? Kushina asked him. Yes. Kushina, what is this favor you want me to do? He asked the female Uzumaki. I want you to drop a packet for Makoto Uchiha, she lives not too far from here. Kushina handed Naruto a small packet wrapped box. Sure thing Kushina. Naruto left the Uzumaki residence. He remembered where the Uchiha residents were. He remembered in his world he'd visited Sasuke a few times. When Kakashi usual sent him to get Sasuke when about was about to start. There standing at the front door of the Uchiha household, Naruto knocked on the door hard. Hello. There was silences, so he knocked again, this time harder. Hello. Again nothing, nobody shown up. Then the door was unlocked. Naruto opened the door and peeked his head inside. Hello anybody. The hallways were silence, complete silences. Naruto carried the box with him, then a loud noise was heard. Naruto put the box down and ran down the hallway to a small room. There Naruto saw a woman being hanged in the middle of the room. Oh shit. Naruto grabbed his kunai and cut the rope around the woman's neck. The woman dropped down in Naruto's arms. Naruto took the tie rope around the woman's neck off. Hey, you okay? Naruto asked the woman. The woman came to. Who are you? She asked. What were you doing, lady? He asked. Are you nuts trying to kill yourself? Who are you? Why did you save me? She asked. Name's Naruto. You must be Makoto Uchiha, right? Makoto nodded her head. Man, that was too close. I gotta keep an eye on her. If I shown up later, she would have died. There was a long pause of silences between the two for a while. I'm sorry. Makoto said. It'd been so long since I lost my family. I don't have anyone to care or loved. Makoto began to cry, covering her face in her hands as Naruto was there to keep her company. Did Kushina send you? Naruto nodded. That Kushina, just like her, caring about her friends. Yes, I have to thank you for saving me. Makoto gave Naruto a small smile. Yeah, I guess just don't do that again. Few seconds later, Naruto handed Makoto over the box that Kushina wanted Naruto to give to her. Naruto left to the bathroom, being he hasn't used it all day. In the box was a letter and Makoto's favorite drink, rum, to keep her warm during those cold alone nights. Makoto read the letter Kushina gave to her. Dear Makoto, I know it's tough, truly tough, to live through the horror that still hurts you. I know how you feel, Makoto, so I ask you, Makoto, to move in with us. You and I are old good friends, Makoto. I fear anything happening to you all by yourself. But if you are not ready to move in with me, I have a young ninja that will keep you company every day. I know this cannot heal your broken heart, but I'll do anything for a friend. Love, Kushina Uzumaki. Kushina, kind and caring as always. Thank you, Kushina. For a young man, he's very handsome. Makoto thought. As Naruto returned from the restroom, is everything okay, Makoto-sama? Yes, Naruto-kun, everything is fine. You're a very handsome young man. Makoto chuckled. I've been getting that a lot lately. Naruto blushed while looking away from Makoto's beauty. It very true. She said. Thanks, Makoto-sama. Naruto chuckled but quickly stopped when the single lonely Uchiha said, just call me Makoto, handsome. Oh, I'm getting a bad yet good feeling. Why is my heart beating so fast? Naruto trying to find out why he felt so calm and so turned on by her like a fish to a hook. Makoto is hot. Wait, what am I saying? That's Sasuke's mother, a very hot mother, but still he's mother. Well, excuse me, Makoto, but I have to go, it's getting late. Okay, Naruto, but will you visit me again same time tomorrow? Like Kushina said in the letter. Makoto asked the young Uzumaki. Huh, oh well, yeah, I guess so, I got nothing to do. Naruto told her. Makoto gave Naruto a friendly motherly kiss on his right cheek. Thank you for saving my life, Naruto-kun. You're welcome, I gotta get going, bye. Naruto ran off out of there as Makoto smiled, waving goodbye to Naruto. My, what came over me? Makoto asks herself. So young, so good looking, then again I hadn't had in 14 years. Thank you, Kushina, for giving me new hope in my life. New events and new love are just beginning for top single mothers of Konoha, and as well as for our young hero Naruto. He'll find this what if a home he long dreamed for. Next time, The Lone Heart. There, I have made 2 chapters all in one day. Yes, I'm getting my double magic back. Well, I think so. Anyway, Makoto is now a part of Naruto's harem. Both Makoto and Kushina on the top list being hot mothers, older woman. Kushina has sent Naruto as somewhat a boy toy, helper to Makoto to keep her best friend to have company. Single, she is the last Uchiha, and having a male to keep her company in any way, from helping her around the house or other people would start thinking have with her to cheer her up. But anyway, I believe it time for WHO shall be Naruto's first. Will it be Naruto Uzumaki's hot very beautiful mother Kushina Uzumaki from the What If world? Or will it be Makoto Uchiha Itachi and Sasuke's hot MILF mother from the What If? You decide. And now a omake moment. Good idea, bad idea. Good idea, falling in love with an older woman. It shows Naruto sitting down on a couch watching TV with a beautiful older woman. Bad idea, fall in love with an older woman who Tayuya's mother. Tayuya cracking her kunkles as she jumped on Naruto and beat the crap out of him, and drag him to her bedroom and have rape him. Naruto was the first to wake up sleeping on the couch in the living room downstairs near the kitchen. Naruto yawned out loud. It was 7 in the morning. Wearing a large black t-shirt, wearing dark blue PJs, wearing fox slippers on his feet, entering the kitchen with bags under his eyes because of Kin and Anko were up late night watching movies which kept him up all last night. Naruto fixed himself some pancakes and eggs since being on his own in his world. Naruto knew what he needs to survive every day. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Breakfast he shall have pancakes and eggs, by lunch ramen, by dinner ramen again. Eating the kitchen table alone, eating his eggs and pancakes slowly as the silence. Morning was Naruto's morning. His lonely morning. He knew this world was great but still had ups and downs. This world, his mother was alive and well. He had a big sister but he died, that what screw him up. This wood was great for him. He has a family, no rival who make him look bad, and yet this world was just a dream. Naruto's moment to himself was shortly cut when Kin, Tuya, Anko and Kushina came downstairs to see Naruto was eating breakfast. White hair, Tayuya said to Naruto. Red, Naruto spoke back. You're in my seat. Tayuya smash her hip against Naruto's, which case Naruto to fly off his chair. Tayuya, Kushina said her name. That's alright. Kushina was done anyway. Naruto took his dish and started washing his own dish, and after that went upstairs to use the shower. Bathroom. Okay, Naruto is a good to relax today, the sunning day, kick it back, yeah. Naruto thought while washing himself. I wonder how everyone is doing on my world. And did the Chunin exam started here yet? Then there was a small knot. Yeah. Naruto answered the knot. The door opened up. It was Kushina who entered the shower. I got you some fresh new clothes. Could you leave them on the floor? Naruto poked his head out. Sure. And Naruto, I just want to say I'm sorry about Tayuya being so rude this morning. Kushina told him as Naruto easily forgive Tayuya. Yeah, it alright. Then Naruto saw Kushina's face was frozen in shock. Naruto looked down to see his mother was staring at his by mistake. It was Naruto's fault for not fully covering his lower body. Oh shit. Naruto quickly poked his head back inside. Sorry. Naruto said, which snapped Kushina out of it. Man, I can't believe I flashed my own mother. I'm an idiot. He's just big as Minato when he was 13 on our first date. Kushina thought to herself. I'm sorry about that, Naruto. Anyway, remember you have to help Mikoto around her house today. Got it, Naruto said. While walking to her bedroom, Kushina was in deep thought. He was so much like Minato, hard to believe Jiraiya raised him. Kushina giggled at the thought of an image that appeared inside her mind, seeing Naruto and Jiraiya training together while Jiraiya was being his old self, casing Naruto to lose his focus in training. Shortly afterwards at the training ground, while training performing a few hand-to-hand combat moves, Naruto suddenly stopped. Wearing a black t-shirt with the words willpower on the front of the Naruto's t-shirt while he wore matching shorts with his shirt, Naruto was barefooted while he was training. Naruto turned to see villagers all smiling watching the young son of Jiraiya training his heart out. Wow, everyone came to see me. Naruto was surprised by this. Hey Silver. A voice yelled. Naruto sweat drop. He knew who called his name. Yes, Tayuya. Suddenly Naruto quick blocked Tayuya's surprise right hand punch. Whoa, the hell is your deal? Come on, if you're going to be living in my house, you better be strong, Silver. Tayuya told him as Tayuya wore the same type of clothes as Naruto, only her t-shirt said, "Don't ed with me." Oh come on Tayuya, we're all friends, aren't we? Naruto tried his best not to fight Tayuya, as Naruto remember from his world the Tayuya who punched him broke his jaw. Oh no, there's no way in hell I'm going to get punched again. Naruto stood his ground and put up his guard. Tayuya chuckled. What's wrong, scared to fight a girl? Tayuya asked Naruto. It depends on who I'm fighting, and I have bad history of getting my kicked by girls. Naruto told her. What, for being a peeking Tom? Tayuya laughed. No, for being myself. Naruto came at Tayuya, the beautiful red head, back away quickly, avoid Naruto's thrust punch. Tayuya wrapped her legs around Naruto's right arm and let go of it and used his head as a jump boost. Damn, she just as quick as the Tayuya from my world, damn it. Man, both Tayuyas are scary. Tayuya ran at Naruto. Naruto quickly sighted between Tayuya's legs to avoid her attacks. Hey, quit avoiding me and fight like a man. Tayuya yelled. I'm still a kid and you're just a teenager, Tayuya. Naruto told. That's not the point, dumbass. Sorry Tayuya, I'm not going to fight you. I don't hit girls. It rude and show only a coward attack women and prey on others. Naruto turned his back and left the training ground after getting his shoes. As everyone cheer on Naruto for doing the right thing, but Tayuya however didn't let it go. Get back here. Tayuya screamed, which caused the villagers to run away from the pissed off Uzumaki. There's no way I'm going to be turned down from my fight from some guy got who my brother's name. He doesn't have the right to have that name. Look at him, foolish and a pervert. Tayuya growled like a beast. Elsewhere, Naruto visit the otherworld of his favorite ramen store. Wow, we never had a visitor like you, kid. Laughed the owner of the ramen shop along with his daughter Ayame. Well, at least these two hadn't changed, which I'm glad for. Naruto thought while eating his 10th bowl of ramen. Hello there. Naruto turned his head to see who called him out. It was Rock Lee and Guy Might. Hello Brushy Brow and Super Brushy Brow. Naruto called them by the names he knew them as. I believe you are mistaken, my young friend. I am Guy Might and this is my powerful brave student of youth, Rock Lee. Is it true that you are the son of the mighty powerful Toad Sage Jiraiya? Guy asked Naruto as the boy just nodded. Ah yes, thank you the gods of youth heaven for giving my student a worthy rival. Guy laughed. I am Rock Lee, it a pleasure to meet you. Lee shook Naruto's left hand. Likewise Lee, don't give up on the hardship of training. I know you can become strong, maybe stronger than me. Naruto chuckled along with Lee. I wish to train with you with your permission. Permission granted. Yes, finally a rival worthy of my skills. Lee screamed in his thoughts. Tomorrow around 10, Naruto asked Lee. I shall not be late. I wish to know my rival's name. Lee asked kindly. Naruto. He spoke his name. Very well, Naruto-kun, I shall train for our upcoming battle. Lee told him as him and Guy race each other all around Konoha, just like the Lee and Guy from Naruto's world. 1 hour later. Oh Naruto-kun, you're early, said Mikoto. She was surprised to see the young boy visiting her so soon, but she didn't mind it at all. I got free time earlier than I thought. He chuckled. So Mikoto, what you want me to do to help you around the house? Naruto asked the lonely mother. Well, could you clean the floor, help me with the dusting, take out the trashes and so on, Makoto took out a small list which came down as the height of Naruto's body. Well, I can't turn her down, and maybe this cleaning up will help me out as well. Naruto nodded his head. Alright, I'll get it done, Makoto. Thank you, Naruto-kun. Makoto smiled. Naruto used his shadow clones, which became a number of 20 Narutos in 5 seconds. Makoto Uchiha was surprised to see so many Naruto in so little time. Naruto spoke to his clones. Alright boys, it's time for us to go to work, we got a list to fill out, so let's get to it. Yes boss. The clones yelled. 2 hours later, Makoto Uchiha was watching her favorite TV channel, which was Comedy Central. Naruto entered her bedroom, tried and beat from doing all the list things to do. You're done? Makoto asked Naruto as the boy nodded. Yeah, everything is done. Naruto rested his head down on Makoto's bed. Makoto giggled, touching Naruto's silver spiky hair softly. Man, I'm beat. Naruto spoke in her sleepy voice. I hope you're tried completely, Naruto-kun. Makoto said, which case Naruto to wonder what was she up to. What you mean by that? Naruto asked as Makoto chuckled a little. Naruto-kun, I want to thank you for what you did the other day, saving my life. You cleaned my house and I finally have a break of my own. I want to say this, I want you to stay with me. With you here, it feel like I'm not alone anymore, I have someone there for me. You're welcome, Makoto. Sure, I'll stay with you, I'll do it every day like Kushina told you. Naruto smiled, but Makoto shook her head. No, I mean stay with me, live with me, just you and me, Naruto-kun. Makoto moved her right hand from Naruto's hair down to his chest, rubbing it gently. Naruto rise up, stopping Makoto from doing whatever she was going to do to him. What wrong, Naruto-kun? Makoto thought she had upset him. I'm nervous, this is my first time I ever been alone with a female at all. Do you have a girlfriend? Naruto shook his head. No, I don't have anyone, I don't have a loved one, only Jiraiya, he's my dad, I never knew my mother, I don't have girlfriend. I have my father's love but never my mother's. Naruto sighed while Makoto rubbed Naruto's back. There Naruto. I'm sorry if I pushed you to that, Naruto-kun. Makoto didn't mean to, she was lonely, she'd take anything that Naruto has to give her, she didn't care that Naruto was a young teen. She saw the pain of being unloved, no motherly love or any real love between a man and a woman. Makoto. He said her name. Yes, Naruto-kun. Makoto asked. Naruto sighed at first. She's beautiful, lonely, but so is mom. I love Ka-san, she great and wonderful, but so is Makoto-sama. Makoto-sama, you're wonderful and beautiful. I know you're suffering, you've lost everything in your life. I nearly lost everything since my birth, if there's anything you want, I'll do it, it's a promise. Naruto held out his left hand pinky. Makoto wrapped her right hand pinky around Naruto's. Naruto, I want you to feel loved. Naruto eyes widen in shock. You look so lonely just by the look in your eyes. I know no woman can ever replace the woman who gave you birth. I want to give, if not a mother's love, a woman's love then. Naruto turned, facing the female Uchiha face to face, looking into her beautiful black eyes. As she stared into his crystal blue eyes, thank you, Makoto-sama. He said as the two, now a couple, kissed each other on the lips. Naruto felt Makoto's tongue slowly going inside Naruto's mouth, feeling it wrapping around his tongue, feeling Makoto the MILF. Uchiha tongue around the young Uzumaki's tongue. Makoto broke the long, warm, hot, wet kiss she gave the young boy. You're a pretty good kisser. She said. Thanks, you got a nice mouth as well, Makoto-sama. Makoto giggled. Naruto slowly licked Makoto's neck, slowly feeling her, held him close to her. Oh yes. Makoto moaned. Naruto kept doing this job, making Makoto Uchiha feel happy, taking away her pain, giving a friend a really close and good friend. Naruto stopped licking Makoto's neck and unbuttoned her dark blue shirt, seeing the Uchiha female was wearing a black-colored bra. Makoto took off her shirt, letting Naruto seeing her large bust, her double D cup S. Being a woman in her 30s, single and lonely, she was in heat, longing for a male to come and take this beautiful horny cougar. Naruto blushed, closing his eyes, scratching the right side of his cheek. Wow, they're pretty big, Makoto-sama. And soft, Makoto added. Come on Naruto-kun, it's okay, you can feel them. Naruto opened his eyes after Makoto unhooked her bra, showing her full view of her S. Naruto put his hands on both S, feeling how soft and big they were. Naruto submit to this over-pleasurable feeling that run through his veins. Naruto rubbed his pointing fingers around Makoto's nipples until her nipples were hard. There Naruto signed he wasn't sure to do next. This was first time I see. Makoto smiled. Can you on my nipples play with them Naruto, they pretty lonely. Makoto moaned, feeling Naruto nibble on her left nipple. Naruto ed on Makoto's right nipple as if she was feeding him like a newborn. Makoto couldn't take it anymore, the pleasure was overflowing. Makoto licked her lips, she was hungry for young meat, which Naruto was. Makoto unzipped Naruto's pants in her surprise, taking out his 7-inch, which was throbbing in the why beautiful MILF Uchiha left hand. My, you're such a big boy. Makoto spoke in a horny motherly voice. Naruto blushed, he stopping on Makoto's right nipple. I never knew I was big, I thought I wasn't good enough to please as any girl. Makoto shook her head. No, you're just the perfect for me Naruto-kun. Ready? He asked. No, not just, I still want to make you feel more love. Makoto lay Naruto down on the bed while she took off his pants and boxers. Makoto grabbed Naruto's, gently stroking him off. My, for a young man you sure very turned on. Does this young man love his woman older? Makoto spoke while Naruto nodded his head. Naruto enjoyed feeling Makoto giving a hand job, her soft warm right hand was making his throb harder. Makoto then went down, still jerking Naruto off, she licked his balls. Ah. Naruto moaned. Makoto smirked, glade Naruto like that. Makoto licked his balls again, then she took of Naruto's balls his left one into her mouth and ed on it. Ah. Naruto came from feeling one of his balls being ed. Naruto came on his stomach. Makoto licked his cum off of his chest, then went back down to ing the rest of his sperm from his. Ah, Makoto-sama. Naruto moaned, feeling his rival, best friend mother was giving him a blow job ing the leftover cum from his. Man, this can't be happening, I mean wow, she's good. Makoto climb over Naruto's body and turn around in a 69 style. Makoto placed Naruto's between her soft large S while Naruto stared at Makoto MILF Uchiha. Naruto could smell it, she was truly in heat, she needed to mate really badly. Naruto-kun, honey, would please eat my? She asked Naruto. He grabbed her cheeks, stinking out, slowly nibble Makoto's lips. Ah, Naruto-kun. Makoto moaned loudly before she starts giving Naruto a tit job, blow job as well at the same time. Naruto thrust his tongue, the Uchiha's licking inside her, slowly feeling her juice inside slowly drip out onto his tongue. Naruto start eating Makoto Uchiha's, hearing her moans loudly while she was giving him a blow job, tit job. Makoto couldn't hold it, she came in Naruto's mouth, which the Uzumaki drink, and shallow her cum as she did the same when Naruto unloaded inside her mouth. Makoto was tired, never in her life she cum so hard, breathing heavy with her up in the air. Naruto was still hard as even after coming twice it twitched, still throbbing, filled with cum. Naruto stand up on the bed and hold Makoto fine big and gave her a quick hard slap on her. Ah. She moaned. I'm ready Naruto-kun, ready to feel my love. She told him as Naruto teased her a little bit, rubbing his on her throbbing asshole first, then down to wet dripping hot. Naruto didn't want to get Makoto pregnant with his child, he was too young to be a father, and also he didn't have a condom. Naruto thrust his inside Makoto's tight asshole, which ed his inside her asshole. Ah, it's so big, ah, I feel so strange, oh so good. Makoto moaned, feeling her butt getting pounding by Naruto. Naruto ed her doggy style, holding her hands while he pumped his hard throbbing inside this hungry cougar MILF asshole. Ah yes Naruto-kun, yes, oh yes, my butt feels so good, keep doing it. Makoto ordered him, which case Naruto speed up pounding Makoto's asshole. Makoto-sama, I can't hold it any longer. Naruto moaned, he was ing her like a horny dog, or should I say a horny fox ing its mate. It alright, come Naruto, come inside me. Makoto screamed in pleasure. Naruto burst his sperm inside Makoto's asshole. Oh my god, that was the best I ever had in my life, thank you, Naruto. Makoto was out of breath. The aftermath pleasure was all too much to take it in. Well, I just had with my best friend mother from another world. Well, I admit I hated you, Sasuke, but man, I love your mother. Your mother was my first. Naruto himself was tried as well from doing training today, doing the housework, and now just bang his best friend mother and became the best she can ever ask for was enough to make this young ninja truly happy. He was loved, finally loved by another woman, and that Mikoto has shown Naruto that he's not ugly, not a fool, and most of all he can be loved just like everyone else. Thank you, Makoto-sama. Naruto fell asleep on top of her as Mikoto too also fell asleep. This world was it perfect for Naruto so far it was. However, for Naruto there was a few thing in his old world he missed, but right, he just have make thing better for this world first. As a hero job is never truly done until they said it over, and Naruto was far from it. Naruto-kun was truly amazing. I never been Ed in the before. I bet he can give my a ride. It will never forget. If only I met you sooner in my younger days. Then maybe my life would have been better. And I know for a fact Kushina needs something like this. Oh, and I know just the perfect plan too. Makoto thought as she giggled in her sleep. A hero's job is never truly done. Good idea making love to a woman. Naruto and Makoto cuddled together after making love as the couple was watching TV. Bad idea making love to a woman who's someone's mother. Mother, I have returned. Itachi Uchiha said to find his mother Makoto Uchiha being gangbanged by Naruto's shadow clones. Itachi. Makoto gasped. Itachi shared at the real Naruto, so how was my mother stranger? She was in good. Naruto chuckle. Good. This shall be your last. Itachi draw his sword chasing after Naruto all around Konoha while Naruto being. Oh man, I was so ready for round 3. Makoto signed. The end. Good idea. Bad idea. Good idea helping your mother in her greatest needs. Naruto and his shadow clones were cleaning the house while Kushina was relaxing on the couch watching TV. Bad idea helping your mother in her greatest needs. Oh yes, more Naruto, yes yes, mommy's brains out. Pound her hungry, oh coming. Kushina moaned as Anko and a very pissed off Tayuya overheard this downstairs. Tayuya Sparta kicked the door down, and the rest we know. After making love to his best friend's mother Makoto Uchiha, no longer a virgin he was. Naruto Uzumaki life as a virgin was over. Naruto was the first to wake up. It was 9:45 with only 15 minutes left until Lee's training with Naruto. Naruto got off the Y Cougar Uchiha Makoto. Naruto got dressed, putting his pants. He kissed Makoto on the forehead, which caused her to giggle in her sleep. Naruto left the Uchiha residence and head off to the training ground where he shall meet up with Lee and Guy. Naruto arrived at the training ground there. Naruto saw Lee and Guy resting their backs against the cherry trees. Are they asleep? Naruto wondered. Lee and Guy woke up. Alright, on time, Naruto-kun. Guy laughed while Naruto sweat dropped. Don't tell me you guys been here, spend the night here. That is correct. Whatever anyway, ready Lee? Naruto asked the strong genin. Yes Naruto-kun, I am ready. Lee bowed his head. He's mine, yelled a furious voice from above. Oh crap, Naruto said, knowing who voice was that. It was Tayuya. Ready, round 2. Tayuya drop kicked Lee in the face. Out of my way. Lee. Guy yelled. What the hell are you doing? I was about to fight Lee, not you, Tayuya. Naruto groaned, knowing this was going to be a pain in the for sure. Would you rather another or fight a? Tayuya asked him. I'm going to beat your. Why? He asked. Because I want to asshole your mind and come on and fight. Tayuya yell. No, I have no reason to fight you, Tayuya, but if you want to fight then. Enough. Guy spoke, breaking up the fight between the two. There is a difference between fighting for a reason and fighting with no reason. Tayuya, I cannot allow you to fight Naruto without a reason to challenge him. Guy told the hot red-head genin. Grr. He has my dead brother's name, he has no right to have that name. He's not an Uzumaki, he's Jiraiya's son, a dumbass pervert. Tayuya spoke with a growl. If only you would have known Tayuya. Naruto signed. Fine then, what do I have to do to make you feel better, Tayuya? What can I do to like me? Tayuya gave him a mean glare. Fight me. Only when you want to fight me. Not in anger in your heart, fight me as an Uzumaki. Naruto told her. For some reason his words reach out to her. Tayuya wasn't angry anymore, just still little mad, but angry as she's normally is. Tayuya came at Naruto with a 1-2 combo. Naruto duck and roll between Tayuya's legs. Tayuya grabbed Naruto-shan, drag him from between her legs. Tayuya gut shot Naruto in the stomach and back flip kick him in the front. Naruto flew off his feet and landed on his back. Damn it! Naruto cursed. Lee and Guy watched Naruto getting his handled to him by Tayuya. Even in both worlds she beat his. Got a reason to fight now, Tayuya chuckle. No, but there's no way I'm letting this side, Tayuya. Naruto spit blood from his mouth as Tayuya's blows were hard and hurt like crap. Then bring it on, show me what you got, shit brain. Naruto came at Tayuya with a surprise punch, but Tayuya grabbed Naruto's arms and headbutt him hard. Naruto grabbed Tayuya's arms and pulled himself backward, casing Tayuya to flip in the air and fell down on the ground hard. Damn it, my back. Tayuya moaned in back. Naruto went over to Tayuya. Are you okay? Tayuya smirked and caught Naruto off guard. Tayuya tightened her right fist and uppercut Naruto into the air, rising hell. Tayuya said her attack's name. Naruto hit hard against a tree and crashed down to the ground. Tayuya win. Guy said. Even in this world she kicked my damn at this s. Naruto thought as he played defeat just to get her off his back. He wasn't ready for round 3, that's for sure. Tayuya walked over and flipped Naruto on his back using her right foot. You got not the out. Tayuya laughed afterward while Naruto sweat drop. Yeah, no shit, Tayuya. Oh crap, my face. He moaned in pain. Alright Naruto, since I'd kick your and you are still a guest of my mother's house, I won't kick yours much anymore. Tayuya held her left hand out for the boy to grab it. Naruto got back up as Tayuya saw that the wounds that Tayuya gave him were healing. Tayuya stared at Naruto funny. What? Why are you staring at me funny? Naruto returned a funny look. Nothing, Tayuya yelled. Anyway, just because I'm being nicer to you now doesn't mean I liked you, got it? Tayuya raised her right fist in Naruto's face as Naruto sweat drop. Yeah, I got it, Tayuya. Good, I'm hungry, you're paying lunch. Tayuya walked off as Naruto followed behind. Sorry Lee, maybe next time we'll have our match. Lee and Guy waved farewell to Naruto and Tayuya. Such a brutal match between the Guy sensei. Ah yes Lee, when a man and woman share the thrill of battle it show the love between a man or woman, or the battle cried love between a brother and sister. Guy laughed. Well, Naruto-kun and Tayuya-chan does act like they're brother and sister. Lee wondered about this. Shortly after paying Tayuya's lunch, Naruto was glad to have some peace quiet at his favorite place to eat ramen. Until Kin and Anko arrived to spoil Naruto's little moment of peace. Hey little brother, Anko said, rubbing Naruto's hair. What is now, girls? He asked the two. We heard Tayuya beta your and came to see how you doing. Kin said with a smirk. I'm fine, my wound have healed thanks to my favorite food in the world, ramen. He told them as Kin and Anko didn't buy that crap at all, whatever Naruto. You know you should join our team, Naruto. Kin told him, it's pretty much boring, only girls and no boy to have fun on the team. Use the meaning of the word, fun, in the meaning is beat up or has your way with him. Naruto stared at Kin. Don't give me that look, you're my god brother Naruto. Kin gave Naruto a piss-off look. Right, my bad, sorry about that, Kin. Good. Kin smirked. I wouldn't mind. Anko joked, wrapping her arms around Naruto's neck. Anko. Kin called her name. Just kidding, or am I? Anko giggled. And you told me it's Tayuya I have to be afraid of. Kin sweat drop with Naruto. Anyway, you've been assigned to our team, Naruto. For now on you are a part of Team 7. Kin told him. Really? Kin nod. Oh okay, I hope Tayuya won't mind. After kicking Yori, don't think she even mind. Anko laughed. Just in time, you're gonna be a great useful teammate in the Chunin exam. Kin smiled. Naruto already knew what will happen in the Chunin exams from his world. This world might change up a bit. Alright then, I think it will be fun. Naruto gladly accept it. Alright then, the exam starts in 2 days. Naruto. Kin told him as Anko and her left off to finish whatever they were doing. Uzumaki resident. Naruto returned home to find there was nobody home at all. Naruto sat down on the couch. When Naruto was about to turn on the TV to watch some cartoons to kill some time until it was time to visit Makoto-sama again. When Naruto heard a moan coming upstairs, it didn't bother him until a bump noise was heard. What is that noise? Naruto asks himself, getting up from the couch to find out who was making those noises. Naruto went upstairs to discover the noises coming from Kushina's bedroom. Naruto slowly opened the door to Kushina's bedroom to discover his mother from what if world was masturbating. Kushina lay down on her bed with her legs wide open as she was fingering herself with her left hand while using her right hand grabbing hold of her S. Kushina moaned loudly in pleasure. Naruto's jaw dropped to the ground. Right, Ka-san is lonely as well. No, I can't do it even if she's not my mother here. She's still my mother no matter of what world this is. Naruto signed. He stepped back from the door and stepped on a rubber ducky toy as the duck made its noise which drew attention. Kushina stopped and gasped, "Who there?" Oh shit. Naruto tripped and fell down the stairs. Oh crap, oh damn it, my head. Naruto hold his head after bashing it on the floor. Kushina came at the stairs to see Naruto was on the ground holding his head while cursing. Naruto, was that you? Kushina asked the young ninja as the game up. He was caught. Naruto wouldn't lie to her. Right now he was caught red-handed. Kushina was wearing a red towel covering her body. Yeah, it was me. I'm sorry Kushina, I didn't mean to peek on you. I hear a strange noise so I went to find out who was making it. I didn't mean to spy on you. Naruto lowered his head looking at the ground hoping his mother would forgive him. It's okay Naruto, she told him as Naruto looked up staring in his mother's eyes. Naruto, can I ask you a favor? Kushina voice ring to his ears. He hoped it was something else. He hoped it was something else like make dinner or anything else but the words that haunt his mind. Yes Kushina. Naruto asked, will you keep my company? Kushina smiled at him. Yeah sure thing Kushina. Naruto smiled back. Oh, for a second I thought she wanted me to bang her. Kushina kissed Naruto on the lips. Crap, damn it, I thought I was right for once. Naruto put his hands on Kushina's lustful hips. Naruto could feel the loneliness by tasting Kushina's lips. She was alone. Naruto knew this loneliness. This will be the only time Naruto has a chances to be loved by his mother. Now knowing who she was and what she looked like, all he want from her now was her love. Naruto, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I just can't stand it every day. I just can't take it anymore. Your face, your eyes, so much like them, so much like Minato and my son. Kushina stared into Naruto's crystal blue eyes. He given in. I understand you Kushina. I know your pain. I never knew my mother or my father all my life. I was treated like dirt. There were many times I wanted to end my own life, but I can't. I can't. So Kushina, I ask of you, if I take away your pain, will give me the mother's love? He asked her. His eyes told her loneliness was his best friend. Yes, yes I will Naruto-kun. Kushina smiled at Naruto. In her heart something told her this was a special moment, truly a special moment. Let me take the pain away, he told her as Kushina nodded her head. Kushina stood up as she let go of her towel, showing Naruto her body. Her S were still high and firm, beautiful double D cup, her stomach was nice and flat, and her legs were long and toned. Kushina blushed from Naruto staring at her beauty. Naruto got up from the floor. You're beautiful Kushina. Uzumaki. Naruto told his mother. The young Uzumaki kissed his mother on the lips. They broke the kiss shortly afterwards. Kushina turned around as Naruto kissed the back of Kushina's neck slowly, as Naruto's hands were holding Kushina's hips. Naruto's left hand reached downward between Kushina's legs, casing Kushina to gasp quickly. Naruto's left hand fingers gently rubbed Kushina's lower lips, teasing his mother a little bit. Kushina moaned loved the feeling of being teased by Naruto. Naruto used his right hand to grab hold of Kushina's right, gently rubbing it. Slowly rubbing his right hand indexed finger around her nipple in a circle. Naruto-kun, you're doing it so well. Kushina moaned while the Uzumaki smiled glad his mother was enjoying this. Naruto moved down to Kushina's. Naruto grabbed his mother's and spanned them wide there. He quickly licked Kushina's. Ah. Kushina moaned. Kushina turned around so she could see Naruto, who was eating her. Kushina grabbed Naruto's silver long hair as Naruto stared upward at his mother, seeing her face in pleasure. Naruto thrusts his tongue inside Kushina's as if his tongue was a tonguing his mother's, licking her inner walls, moving his tongue left, right, up and down. Ah god, oh Naruto-kun, your tongue, oh yes. Kushina quickly came inside Naruto's mouth as the boy drank his mother's cum. You've drank my cum. Kushina face turned cherry red, surprise he drank her cum. Naruto chuckle. Kushina-sama, you taste very good. He admitted it. Now it's my turn to make you better. Kushina giggle as Naruto remove his t-shirt and pants he quickly got for Kushina. Kushina kissed Naruto on the lips once more, having her tongue wrap around his tongue, having a taste of her that still was within his mouth. While Kushina rubbed Kushina above Naruto's, as Naruto felt his mother's juice drip down on his as she rubbed her against his. Naruto made a moaned noise. His was throbbing hard. His inner pleasures couldn't take it anymore. He just wanted to his mother in any way possible. Naruto grabbed Kushina, pinned her against the wall of the living room, holding her hands while they kissed once more. Kushina suddenly jumped in Naruto's arms, having her legs wrap around his hips. Do it Naruto, let's become one. Kushina looked very horny as she eyes speak the truth. She was in heat, she needed bad. Naruto thrust his 7-inch inside his mother's. Ah god. Kushina moaned loudly while Naruto then began to start to thrust his inside his mother. Feeling Kushina's warm tight, she was tight, she hadn't in a very long time, longer than Mikoto. Kushina commanded Naruto to keep doing what he was doing best, making her happy. Naruto then rammed his inside Kushina's when he nearly took it out of her. Ah yes, like that. She said. Kushina, you're so good, you're as squeezing my. Kushina was happy at last. She can feel it, the love from Naruto going inside her, pounding her, ramming it inside her every second. Kushina let go of Naruto's hips. She turned around, having her hands on the wall. Naruto tapped his on Kushina's, giving her a spanking. Oh, more Naruto, please. She begged him. Here goes nothing. Naruto thrust his inside Kushina's, ramming it faster inside her, pounding her faster than before, pumping his inside her wet hot hole deeper in her, harder than before. Oh god, yes, 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 you're doing great, just like Minato, go faster, me deeper. Kushina yelled. She drooled pleasure from her mouth. Naruto grabbed Kushina's leg, lift her in the air until he sat down on the couch as Kushina was riding him nice and hard. Smashing her down on his, her nails sink deep into his shoulders. Ah, almost there Naruto. She yelled. Oh yes, Kushina-sama, 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 Kushina. He say her name over and over again. Yes Naruto-kun, you can do it, come inside me, come inside ma, please I beg of you, come inside my. Kushina reached her limits as she came on his, ka-san. Naruto screamed at the top of his lungs as Naruto Uzumaki unleashed his sperm load inside his mother's, filling her up with every last drop from his. Kushina rest her head on Naruto's left shoulder. Damn, she drained me dry, I think, out of sperm. He said. Kushina was out cold. She fell asleep right after coming as Naruto's sperm drip out from his mother's. You know, if my mother gets pregnant, Yori's in big trouble. A voice spoke behind Naruto. Believe I know, I'm ready in deep shit. Naruto said the voice. Good. Then Naruto gasped in fear. Oh shit. He turned his head to see Tayuya wearing a white t-shirt and wearing black panties. You've ed my mom, but can you me? Tayuya asked him. I don't think I can come anymore. Naruto told her. Then why is you're still hard? Tayuya grabbed Naruto's and started to slowly jack him off, casing him to moan. Tayuya. He moaned her name. That right, says my name. Tayuya smiled. Tayuya. He said it again, then he said, Why are you doing this? You got a big you've ed my mother in the living room. I'm horny and you're the only free I see around here and beside you're my bitch. Tayuya giggle. When? He asked. The moment I beat you in combat is the moment you became my bitch and my boyfriend. I can't hate you I want to but I can't your name your face. You have everything I thought my little brother would hope to be so Naruto I want you to me. Tayuya then gave Naruto a cocky smile. Naruto then rolled his eyes and lifted Tayuya in his arms carrying his sister, girlfriend to her bedroom. Tayuya's room. Tayuya's room was a normal tomboy bedroom with punk, rock posters around the room. There was a computer in her room, a large TV and some video games near the TV. Unlike my mother Tayuya's back. Tayuya told Naruto. What you mean by that? Naruto asked. He wondered what she was up to as Tayuya took out a box from under her bed. There was a black collar, a whip, a strap-on dildo about Naruto's size. Oh crap, Naruto said. I'm the mistress and you're my boy toy, got it Naruto. Tayuya kissed on the lips having her tongue inside his mouth. Naruto felt tongue try reaching fairer inside his mouth. Whoa, Naruto jerked his head back. Too much tongue? She asked. Very. He answers her question. Then suddenly Tayuya growled, damn it. What's wrong? He asked Tayuya. Tayuya looked at the time. I got to meet up with Kin and Sakura at the training ground in 4 minutes. Okay. Naruto didn't seem bothered by this. When I get back. Tayuya told him, don't be ing my mother while I'm gone, you ed her enough to get a little brother. Yes mama. Naruto chuckled but by slap across the head, I mean it knowing until I get back. I promise Tayuya-chan. Tayuya slap his head again, what was that for? No chan it's Tayuya-sama remember you're my bitch. Okay, I got man didn't have to slap me. Naruto rubbed his head. Tayuya grabbed her dark blue shorts and put them on, getting dress, I'll be back then Yori's mine too and I mean it. Tayuya opened her bedroom window leap out of the window running on the rooftops she used as a shortcut to the training ground. I'm falling in love with the girl that beat my eye wonder if this how mom and dad met. Naruto smiled watched Tayuya race off to the training ground. But I hope she was kidding about ing mai with a strap on. Naruto sweat drop. Elsewhere in Naruto's true home world. I heard some rumors been going around. Spoke Sasori in the shadows. What kind of rumors? Pain asked. That the nine-tailed fox's host and the toad sage Jiraiya has vanished. Sasori said. How can this be? Kakuzu asked. Not sure but our link with power of the nine tails won't go well if he vanish on us. Sasori said. That is true we know their last location. Spoke Zetsu. Where will that be? Deidara asked. In the land hidden in the grass, Zetsu told them the location. I'll go. Kakuzu said. No. Pain said. Not alone you won't. Kakuzu. Don't trust me. Not that remember Jiraiya is with him. You're going to need some backup. Pain told him. As long as it's not a newbie I hate rookies. Kakuzu told Pain. Of course not, Conan you're going with Kakuzu. Pain told his beautiful angel best friend. Understood. Conan spoke. Newbie. Kakuzu said. Next time the immortal and the angel. Good idea. Bad idea. Good idea being a Akatsuki member with a partner who's Conan. As Conan welcome you being her partner on a mission alone with her. Bad idea being a Akatsuki member with a partner who's Kakuzu. Alright there are some rules. Rule 1 don't any money from me. Rule 2 I don't like you. Rule 3 don't steal my money. The end. Good idea playing horsey with your sister. Showing a young 10-year-old Tamari riding a 15-year-old Gaara's back as Tamari grabbing his hair, go faster Gaara. Yay. Bad idea playing doggy with your sister. Kankuro and the cage eyes were twitching at the sight of a 16-year-old Tamari playing doggy with 21-year Gaara. Oh yes Gaara. Tamare screamed. The end. Good idea. Bad idea. Good idea making sand castle at the breach. A young Gaara was watching a young Naruto and Tamari showing Gaara how to make a sand castle. Bad idea making sand castles at the breach. Sand coffin. Temari and Naruto were holding each other in fear as Gaara was playing a bloody sand castle. Hey guys, I made my own. Gaara smiled. This is the area Zetsu told us about. The Kyuubi and the sage should be near somewhere. Kakuzu said to Konan. Konan discovered Jiraiya's open scroll and told Kakuzu to come over. The old ninja grabbed the scroll and read the jutsu. This might the jutsu they must have cast to escape. We must follow them then. Konan told Kakuzu as the old ninja nod. Indeed. Kakuzu was the performed the jutsu that allow Konan and Kakuzu to enter the other world that Naruto and Jiraiya has gone to. Konan and Kakuzu's bodies glowed bright yellow. They vanished to the other world. Land of grass in the other world. We're here. Kakuzu said he notices the difference between the two worlds a bit darker it was. And it's raining. Konan said she pat on her Akatsuki hate to cover herself from the rain. Let's go find him then. Kakuzu didn't put on his Akatsuki as he didn't mind the rain at all, but Konan did. Elsewhere in Konoha in the Uzumaki household. Tayuya, no please don't. Naruto told her. As her boyfriend otherworld little brother was corner in the corner of Tayuya's bedroom. What matter chicken? Tayuya grinned evilly as she wore a strap-on dildo about the size of Naruto's, which was 7 inches. No, I do go that way. Naruto grinned his teeth in fear, but who the boss, Naruto? You are. He said, that right now bend over and take it like a man. Kushina. Naruto said Tayuya's mother's name, which caused Tayuya to gasp, Mom. When Tayuya turned to see nobody was there. Why you little? Naruto was already outside with his clothes on. Get back here and be my bitch, Naruto. Tayuya growled like the horny vixen she was. Run, 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 he said over and over again. He gasped when he saw Tayuya chasing after him wearing only a white t-shirt and her black panties. Stop, 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 stop. Tayuya yelled. Run faster. Naruto really put chakra into his legs. He was running faster than before. Long jump over rooftops, build to build. Damn, he's fast. Tayuya stopped to watch Naruto run like never before, but he'll have to return home sooner or later, then he's mine. Tayuya never in life felt the need to make one single boy hers and hers alone. She like a hungry vixen in search for a mate. With Naruto. Need to lay low until Tayuya calmed down. There is no way in hell. I'm being her bitch. No way, not a man will have the courage to fall for an evil thing such as that. Naruto. A friendly voice calls him. Yoli, what's up? He smiled at his otherworld friend. Doing great, just finished some training with Guy Sensei. Now I need some food to restore my strength. Lee told Naruto as the Uzumaki laughed. Sound like a good idea. The two left together to get something to eat. It didn't take them long to be friends as Lee was a cheerful kid, a bit strange for his own good but still a person you can count on. So Naruto, I heard Tayuya challenge you to another fight. Lee said while eating ramen together with Naruto as the young Uzumaki said, from who? With a scared look on his face. Kintsuchi, Lee said with a dreaming smile on his face. Damn, he said loudly, I'm doomed, I can't fight her. Why not, Naruto-kun? I don't fight girls, and if I beat her I know she gonna get even more piss off. That girl got issues. He told Lee as Lee said, trust me, me and Tayuya had a few challenges before you came, Naruto. How long ago was that? I used to have long hair. Lee told him. Naruto wonder, what happened? I lost to Tayuya and she cut my hair. Lee sweat drop. I hold back because she was a female. I was being fair, but at the last moment I was serious, but I lost. Tayuya is strong. The meaner she gets, the stronger she becomes. That even more bad news, Lee. I want you to find Tayuya and tell her to meet at the hidden forest around 7 in this afternoon. Rock Lee nod his head after finishing his 2 bowl of ramen. Yes, Naruto-kun, I see to this message is given to Tayuya-chan. Elsewhere, the Akatsuki from the real Naruto's world. It will take us a few days to get to Konoha, but we have arrived here in the other world. Kakuzu informed to Pain and the others. Good, be careful in there, we don't know what or who in that world post as a treat. And for that matter, if anyone of us alive, so keep your guard up at all time. Pain told them as Conan said, We will be careful, we will inform you more information once we find the nine-tailed. So far they made it without a past. Kisame chuckle. And we have the scroll in our hands, the kid is in our hands, yeah. Deidara said. So mighty great leader, what shall we do then? Hidan asked. Pain rolled his eyes. What else? Capture the other tailed beasts. Deidara and Sasori, you will be signed to capture the one-tailed beast from Suna. We got it, cover leader. Sasori said. Let's go, Deidara. Yeah, I hear ya, Master Sasori. Deidara sighed. You think they can handle this? Hidan asked Itachi and Kisame. Itachi said nothing. As for Kisame, who knows, anything can happen in another world. Anything can happen, huh? Hidan said. The importation thing is that Konan-sama and Kakuzu returned safely with Naruto-kun. Itachi said. Bingo. Pain said. Back in the other world, Tayuya entered the hidden forest told by Rock Lee that Naruto would with her here. Alright, I'm here, she yelled. So am I. Naruto poked his head from the corner of the tree behind Tayuya, which caused her to jump and scream. What the hell, sneaking up on people, what the hell is your problem? Nothing, I just want to end this matter between us here and now. Tayuya, I like, you're a great beautiful girl. Tayuya's cheeks glow bright red. Idiot. She called him, but Naruto didn't stop. But if want me to fight you, then so be it, but this time I won't hold back, and there is no I'm having my bang by you. He said with a blush. Tayuya smile. You're cute when you're scared. Tayuya kissed him on the lips. Let's fight then, winner is the alpha in the bed. She told him while Naruto sweat drop. You really want to have with me, don't you? As Tayuya chuckle. You, my mother maybe got her pregnant, did you, Makoto-sama, as well? Naruto jerked back a bit. Ha. I knew it, you are a mother, or you know that. Tayuya laughed. If you win, I'll show a girl at my age is better than hers mother's. Tayuya tightened her fist. Wearing a brown t-shirt with short black jeans, beautiful and deadly as she was ready to make Naruto hers here and now. If only she was like this in my world. He whispered to himself. What was that? Tayuya said. Naruto shook his head. Nothing, come on, let's fight. Naruto came at Tayuya, setting off 5 combos of punches. Tayuya blocked each punch and returned with her own, but Naruto moved left, right, back and ducked to counter her attacks. He trips her up when he grounds swift Tayuya off her feet. Tayuya kicked Naruto in the face when a returning air kicks to get back on her feet. Naruto shook the pain off, running toward the red, dark pink-haired female. Naruto jumped in the air, he grabbed a tree branch, he double-kicked Tayuya in the face, casing Tayuya to hit her back against a tree. Shit, my back. Told ya I'm not holding back, Tayuya. He told her as Tayuya smirked. Finally show me what you can do, Naruto. Tayuya and Naruto clash their fists together one another body, same goes with their kicks. Tayuya got Naruto in the stomach to stun him for a moment. Naruto recover, he returned with a roundhouse kick, but Tayuya ducked, she grabbed Naruto's right leg and toss him, which smash him against a tree. Damn, this woman is strong. Tayuya was going all out on him, he would have to do the same. After getting up off the ground after being smacked against a tree, Tayuya and Naruto toward one another and mistake headbutt each other. A loud clash noise was heard. Aw, son of bitch. What the hell is your head mad of? Tayuya held her, she saw Naruto was dripping from Naruto's forehead. Same goes for you, woman. Damn, I'm bleeding, shit. We should stop, if we keep this up I'm gonna kill you, Naruto. Tayuya said. Keep going. He told her. Idiot, if I kill you you're gonna pay rag. While Tayuya was busy talking, Naruto went in while her guard was low, her power gut shot her in the stomach. Sneaking little bitch, she said to him as Naruto told her, in a battle done stop until you defeat your enemy. So Tayuya, did I win? Naruto his chakra into his right hand fist, casing a major blow to Tayuya's stomach. Damn it. She said. She fell down on her knees and lay down on the ground defeated. I won. He said he to pass out because of his wound Tayuya gave him. Yes, that make me your bitch then. Tayuya told her as Naruto smiled. Yeah. He spoke. Moment later at sunset. How you feeling, Tayuya? He said while staring at the orange color skies. Shit, that was one hell of a punch you got there, Naruto. She told him. So, you wanna do it? He asked her. Not right now, I'm not horny, I'm tried. She told him as Naruto chuckled, I am. Asshole, getting off after winning a match between a boy and girl. Tayuya growled. You're the one who want to have so much, Tayuya. And when I want to, you don't want to. Sound like a marriage problem. Tayuya giggled. Yeah, it does. The two started to laugh together thinking about that. So did you bang Mikoto? Tayuya asked Naruto. I did, she was my first. So you got laid, the Uchiha MILF of Konoha? Tayuya laughed. What? She has so many guys after her, but she given it a young brat like you. You really must be the right size her. She laughed again, this time a bit harder. If you're asking, no, I didn't, knotted her up. But you did not Ka-san up. I hear she's having a boy. Tayuya told him. Really? Tayuya nod. Yup, a boy. Wow, wonder what he's gonna look like. Like you, since you're the one who ed her. Tayuya glared at him. Jealous your mother having and you're not? No, she said with a calm voice. I just thought the only man to can touch Ka-san was father. But he been dead for a long time, then you came along. And for some reason Ka-san start looking more alive she then was before you show up. Makes you wonder, huh? Naruto said with a frown. I must be the most mess up kid ever. Going to another world, I not up my mother and I gonna have with a girl who's my sister in another world. This world is good, but I better stop before I start getting emo feelings. Tayuya. He said her name. Yeah, Naruto. Naruto kissed Tayuya on the lips, feeling Naruto's tongue wrap around hers. I love you. He told her as he broke the wet kiss. Then love me then. She told him. Naruto lifted Tayuya's brown t-shirt as he put his hands on her big round S, feeling them. He rubbed his fingers around her light pink color nipples as Tayuya moaned, feeling her lust in control. Naruto put his left hand inside her shorts. Oh yes, there. Tayuya moaned, feeling Naruto's left hand reached down inside her shorts, rubbing gently against her lower lips and slowly thrust one finger inside her. Naruto took his left hand out to see his fingers were wet, drip with Tayuya's juice. Naruto licked it, having a taste of the red-haired woman in heat for love. Naruto put his left hand fingers inside her mouth as Tayuya gently ed Naruto's fingers, tasting her own juices. Giving a very why moan followed by a lustful beauty look from Tayuya. Naruto lowered himself down to Tayuya's butt. He pulled down her pants and panties to see her wet dripping, which was in heat. Naruto grabbed her cheeks, opened them wide and licked her lips slowly before he thrust his tongue inside her. Oh god, your tongue so deep in me, ah. Tayuya gasped, feeling Naruto's tongue move around inside like a circle. Then Naruto gave Tayuya quick slap on hair as Tayuya, ah. In pleasure, feeling Naruto eating her up. Ah shit, I can't take it, I'm coming. Naruto swallowed Tayuya's cum juices that drip out from her as her face red as a cherry, panting. Damn, now I want some. Naruto thought. Naruto unzip his pants and drop his boxer. Tayuya looked back to see Naruto stroking his 7-inch. What are you doing, shithead? Sorry Tayuya, but I can't take it, I want to have with you. He told her. Tayuya face away from Naruto as she was looking at the trees. She reached her right hand between her legs. She opened her wide for Naruto to thrust his inside Tayuya's. Naruto thrust his inside Tayuya's, no longer being a virgin, now a woman in the world of. Naruto pound deep inside Tayuya. Ah shit, damn, you're doing it too fast. Tayuya moaned, feeling her getting pounding fast by the leaf genin. Me you ing piece of shit, me like a woman. Take me hard, take me deep, make yours. Tayuya yelled as she screamed when she felt her being spanked by Naruto. Tayuya being naughty, isn't she? How my is good enough for you, Tayuya-chan? Naruto rammed his inside Tayuya even more, so he grabbed Tayuya's long red hair and pulled it as he rammed inside her. Oh ah shit, my oh my, it feels good, really good, ah Naruto, I'm coming, Tayuya is gonna come. Tayuya's tightens around Naruto's as she and Naruto held hands together. I'm coming. They screamed together. Tayuya felt Naruto's cum unload inside her. She bunked up a little bit and accepted his sperm inside her. Tayuya took Naruto's out of her and turned around facing the boy who just ed her. How was that? Naruto asked. Guess I got what Ka-san had. Naruto, I'll kill if you're ing any other beside me. Ka-san and Makoto-sama got it. Tayuya threatened her boyfriend. Don't worry, I think 3 of you is all I can handle. He spoke with a tried voice. Wanna go again? He asked Tayuya. No, from the fighting and the ing the only thing I need is some sleep. Same here Tayuya. Elsewhere in Konoha. So who's the daddy? Kin asked Kushina, who found out she was with child. I'm keeping that secret. Kushina told her adopted daughter as both Kin and Anko sighed the same time. Must been a good animal in bed to get you not up, Kushina-sama. Anko chuckle with a crazy evil as Kushina only giggle. You have no idea, Anko. Speaking of animal, where Tayuya and Naruto are? Anko said. Having their rematch. Kin said. Oh dear, I hope Tayuya does try to kill Naruto-kun. Kushina said. Yeah, that will be least of our problems. Anko laughed. Back with Naruto and Tayuya. Let get before Ka-san start to get worry about where the hell we been. Tayuya and Naruto got dressed after having. Naruto had his left hand on Tayuya's, which she didn't mind as she had her right hand on his, still horny. He asks his girlfriend. She nod. Must be a side effect. He said. And like when you've Makoto and Kushina look who ing. Naruto, shut up quick. Where do you want it? She said. Tayuya face a tree while pulling down her shorts. Naruto unzip his pant, taking out his. He hug her from behind, kissing her neck softly to make her moan a little. He rub her just to tease her a little. Come on, let hurry up, shithead. Naruto grabbed Tayuya's hip. He slowly enter inside Tayuya tight asshole. It hurt Tayuya. God, you're ing huge. No, you're just too tight. He told her as Tayuya moan in pain. I can't, it too big shit. Calm down, Tayuya takes it inch by inch. Tayuya nods, she relax, which made it easier for Naruto to thrust in her butt. Ah, my butt, ah. Tayuya fingernails stink deep in the tree. After taking a full 7 inside her asshole. Oh god damn, it just me already. She yelled. Naruto thrust his in and out fast of Tayuya's butt. Tayuya didn't take it all, being a virgin as well. But soon the pain was filled with pleasure, feeling Naruto double his thrust speed. Oh yes, right there. Tayuya moaned. Tayuya, I'm gonna come in my butt. She ordered with a few hard thrusts. Naruto unload his sperm inside Tayuya's. The red-haired Uzumaki's legs were shaking. Oh god, that felt so good. Naruto took his from her. Tayuya turned around, wrap her arms around Naruto's neck and gave him a kiss. Tayuya had found the boy who can love and love forever. As for Naruto, he found his type beside Kushina, of course. He found the girl he would or could have become his girlfriend. Tayuya was the perfect girl and she was his now and forever. Naruto and Tayuya, you can't better than that. A peacefully morning it was, a very peacefully. The house was silence as a mouse and everyone was asleep as the new day begins. It has been only a little while since Naruto came to this new but old world, and so far Naruto loved this world much better. He had a lover, a family, and everyone loves him. Tayuya's bedroom. The long red-haired beauty was sleeping peacefully in her room with Naruto sleeping at her side, holding her close to me as Naruto was behind Tayuya, his arms wrap around her stomach. As the two slept together, Tayuya, now Naruto's girlfriend, although Naruto never thought the tomboy sound girl from his world was his type at all. But she was the girl that fit Naruto's love life. And in fact maybe be the only girl in his life. But as for woman, well, that's another story. As the sunlight reached Tayuya's bedroom window, beaming down on her face was her morning word of today. She was still tried her and Naruto had lots of last night while the girls were asleep. Tayuya loved Naruto very much. She doesn't show it, but Naruto knows it. It's morning already, Tayuya said while Naruto nuzzled the back of her neck. You're up too? She asked him. Naruto opened his eyes and let out a small yawn. Yeah, still sleepy though. Had fun last night, Tayuya? Tayuya smirked. Yeah, best I ever had. We should do it again. So what are you gonna do while we're gone on today mission? Whatever Kakashi got for us. Who knows, I might help train with Lee or help out Makoto Uchiha. Naruto told his girlfriend. Find whatever keeps you out of trouble, Naruto. Tayuya pulled the covers off her as she got out of bed wearing only her favorite black color panties and a black t-shirt. Did it really turn you on to have me wear a chain collar? Naruto looked in the mirror to see the black color chain collar around his neck that had a small silver chain to it. What I like being boss while we're having. Beside you me and loved it I was only pulling the chain. Tayuya laughed afterward while Naruto sighed, you didn't have to pull that hard. Naruto took the collar off him. You didn't have to me so rough. Tayuya back-talked. You said you wanted it rough. Naruto glared at his girlfriend. Tayuya kissed Naruto on the lips having her tongue in his mouth. Naruto hands were on her while they kissed but the couple broke the kiss after hearing a loud knot. Hey Tayuya, hurry up, we're gonna be late. Kin yelled. Oh yeah, Makoto wants to see Naruto later in the afternoon. She gonna help Ka-san pick some clothes for the baby in the evening. Few moments later. Naruto was the only person in the Uzumaki's home the girls have left to do their business. Naruto was eating breakfast that made for himself. Naruto was enjoying his pancake and eggs while eating. He was thinking about how his day would go, what would he do and else he had plans for today. Naruto got dressed wearing black shorts with a dark blue shirt as the young man set out to visit Makoto Uchiha. Uchiha resident. Naruto came to the Uchiha resident. The first thing Naruto did was visited Makoto and complete the list of things to do. Makoto's list things to do. Take out the trash, clean the dishes, clean the Uchiha household without the help of his clones. But the last two things on the list made Naruto blush while Makoto winked at Naruto. Good luck Naruto-kun, I'll give you a nice reward today. Makoto kissed Naruto on the right cheek. Few seconds later. The last two things on Makoto's list things to do was A. Give Makoto a foot rub, B. Get your special prize. Naruto knew those last two would end the two making love. But it has been a while since Naruto made love to Makoto since he lost his virginity to her. Makoto was barefooted. She was watching TV while Naruto was rubbing her feet very nicely. Makoto had pretty feet, soft too. While Naruto was doing his job, Makoto asked Naruto a question. Naruto, do you believe love in? She asked him. Huh. Her words caught him off guard. Do you believe love in? Most people don't. Makoto told him. Well, I guess aren't people who do that are in love? Makoto smiled at Naruto while Naruto kept talking. What's the point of if both of you not doing it for love? Then Makoto brought up another question for Naruto to answer. What do you think about us when your first time with me, Naruto-kun? Makoto's words reached through Naruto's ear as Naruto said, I never thought I would have my first time with an older woman tell you the truth to become a nice turn-on for me. Naruto grinned. Makoto crawled toward Naruto with a wry look in her eyes, so you enjoy the taste of older women. Yeah, I do, but I'm Tayuya's boyfriend and I love her as the bit same as I love you, Makoto. Makoto looked a bit disappointed at first but smiled at Naruto. You're cute when you're honest. Makoto rubbed Naruto's left side cheek while the boy was getting a bit turned on by this. I heard Kushina is pregnant. I wonder who the father is. Makoto looked at Naruto with curious look. While Naruto looked the other way trying not to look guilt but end up looking guilty, you would make a great father. Makoto said to Naruto. You think so? Makoto nodded, but I want to have your baby too. Really? Naruto looked surprised as Makoto nodded her head. I love you, Naruto. You make so happy and I want to make you happy too. I think we'll make a cute baby. Makoto winked at Naruto as the female Uchiha grabbed Naruto and pulled him onto her. The couple started off kissing. Feeling Naruto's tongue enter in her mouth, Makoto was getting turned on. She felt Naruto's left hand reaching under her dress where he was slowly rubbing her right leg and reaching his left hand to Makoto's special spot. Makoto moaned while kissing Naruto deeply, feeling his left hand pointing finger slowly rub against Makoto's black color panties, rubbing her cunt. Makoto broke the kiss, still moaning like a horny cougar she was. Ah, Naruto-kun. She moaned his name. Naruto went down on Makoto. Naruto peeked his head under her dress, pulling down her panties. Naruto grabbed Makoto's legs. From there he attacked her. He thrust his right hand using 2 fingers inside Makoto's as Makoto moaned loudly, feeling Naruto's 2 fingers finger bang her. Ah, yes, oh, deeper, oh, you're doing so good. Makoto moaned more and more. Naruto stopped using his finger and opened Makoto's lips, rubbing her lower lips and using his tongue to lick the Uchiha. Makoto could hear Naruto making ing noises while Makoto herself was having the time of her life. Yes, yes, lick me like a dog, oh god. Makoto felt she was about to have an orgasm. Makoto orgasm came, she moaned very loud as she came. Naruto did his best to swallow all of Makoto's cum from her. Makoto was drooling from her mouth. God, yes, this boy know how to please a lady. Naruto looked at Makoto and chuckle. He unzipped his pants, grabbed Makoto, brought her closer to me. Naruto took out his and thrust it inside Makoto's. Makoto grabbed the covers of her bed while she screamed, yes, me hard. Naruto smashed his inside the Uchiha, giving her what she wants. A good nice hard ready to. While Naruto felt Makoto getting tighter, Makoto leaned forward. She wrapped her legs around Naruto's hips. Naruto spanked Mikoto while she was riding him, feeling his throb hard inside her. Pumping it deeper inside her wet. Ah yes, 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 oh Naruto-kun, honey, come in me, I want it. I want your baby, why. Makoto hit another orgasm. Her got super tight and Naruto unleashed his sperm inside Makoto, filling her up cream pie. Her she would have his children for sure. I love you, Naruto-kun. Makoto said while she felt Naruto's sperm leaking out from her, and Naruto said to her, and this child will prove our love. Makoto slowly nodded while smiling. Few moments after cleaning up the bedroom, Naruto left the Uchiha residence and returned to the Uzumaki residence to get some sleep. Having sure can take a lot of energy out of you. Still nobody was home, just Naruto, so Naruto used this moment to get some sleep on the couch. As Naruto slept, his dreams were filled with the memories of his world, all the events that took a major impact on his life. How he was winning the respect of his teammates and fellow villagers at the Chunin exams. The fun memories he had with Team 7. And the brotherhood he had with Sasuke Uchiha, who he still believes there is some good left within him. If I brought Sasuke here, he would be happy to see if his mother, but I'm not sure will come to my friendly offer. Naruto was wide awake now, staring at the living room ceiling. I should ask Kushina how the night of the Kyuubi turned out here in this world. Will be the same as it did for my world. Of course it wasn't. I'm dead in this world and Ka-san is alive but alone, a single mother raising 3 daughters. But if this Naruto didn't die, I wonder how was this Naruto's life would be. Naruto's thoughts kept going on about the life this Naruto could have had and the life this Naruto wanted. My life has always been a pain. But here everything different, but why does it feels the same? It feels like I'm borrowing someone else's life. I don't know what to do. Man, I never think so much. Naruto sighed. But I know this, I got to see my mother and man, she's beautiful, what a babe she is. But I can't be fooling her for long, I can't lie to her or the others. I know they're gonna murder me when I tell them the truth, but hell, it's not fun too. Then there was a knock on the door. Naruto came and to see who was there at the door, it was Lee, who looked ready for training. Hey Lee, let me guess, ready for today training, right? Do you guys have mission to do or something? Naruto asked his best friend while Rock Lee said, ah yes Naruto-kun. But we always finish our mission very quickly. Training ground it is, maybe we'll finally have our match, right Lee? Ah yes, I have been waiting Naruto-kun to challenge you. Hey Lee, can I ask you a question? Naruto looked unsure of this. Yes. If we would have met earlier, you think we could have had become best friends? Naruto smiled at Rock Lee, looked confused for a moment. He thought he and Naruto were best friends and rivals, but Lee answered Naruto's question either way. Your soul burns with fire of willpower and courage, Naruto-kun. Yes, I believe if we had met earlier we could have become best friends. But I see you as my rival and best friend, Naruto-kun. I look forward to our battle. Lee laughed with joy. At least this Lee is the same like the one back at home. Naruto chuckle. Rock Lee left the Uzumaki resident while Naruto and thought back of his world. This world was different but all in the same reminded him of his own world. I'm 15-year-old. I only went on a lesson with Jiraiya. Because he told it can ease my mind on Sasuke and the Akatsuki of course make me stronger. But what makes this world different? They could exist here as well. The more Naruto thought the more alone he felt in and out. I need time to think. Naruto used a huge amount of chakra to create a solid strong shadow clone as Naruto ordered his clone to battle Rock Lee in the training ground. While the real Naruto decided to take a long walk elsewhere to familiar grounds where he can himself without worry. As Naruto left the village hidden in the leaves he didn't know Kushina spotted him leaving the village heading toward the hidden forest. Hidden forest. Finally alone, Naruto said to himself as he sat there on a stone rock. He listens to the sound of the forest as he talked to himself, funny I always have been alone. My whole life I didn't know my family I just don't know anything. I don't know why I existed for living it, just not the same. Naruto grinned his teeth in anger as he sat up. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Why can't I have a normal life like everyone else? Even here everything is almost perfect but perfect still. Why couldn't I have this life? Damn it, it not fair. I know this world is perfect to me but I can't stay here. I know my world needs me, the world. I was born without the love of my parents. Everyone hated me for no reason but here everyone likes me, because they don't know. Naruto couldn't believe it, he getting pissed every second. This world isn't mine, everything here isn't mine, nothing here belongs to me. Do I truly deserve what this world offer to me? I had my own mother, she having my child. I never had my mother's love so I got her love by having with her. So much alone I am, God I'm truly. Before Naruto spoke those unkind words about himself. Naruto you belong here. Kushina's voice was heard. Naruto's open widened in surprise, he looked back to his mother from this world. He then looked away feeling ashamed. So you hear me? How much? Every word. She told him. Kushina walked toward Naruto, she rested her hand on his shoulder. Naruto-kun. Kushina sighed. Do you hate me? He asked Kushina. Kushina was silent for a moment. No. You lie. He said. I lie to you. Kushina frowned. How could you lie when I already know? Her words were filled with truth. You knew. Always. She smiled. And yet we made love. The first time I found you, I knew you were my baby boy, my Naruto-kun. I thought God decided to give me my happiest back. When I first saw you in the forest I lost my baby once. When I saw you I knew I would never lose you again. Naruto's heart felt it was going to fall apart. But this isn't my world. Then make it yours. She told him. Make it your world, Naruto-kun, make this your second home. The last time I saw my son's face was the night of his birth and death. When you die I thought my mind snap in two. I knew right there the happiest of having a perfect family would change forever. But I kept going, no what matter. Kushina wrapped her arms around Naruto's neck hugging her son. Be he not from this world he was still Naruto Uzumaki in both worlds. Mom. He whispered as tears silently came down his face. Mom, mom. Naruto turned to Kushina as he buried his face into her chest as Kushina can hear her Naruto-kun cry. Yes honey, I'm your mommy. Kushina smiled as she too had tears coming down her face, and I'm not going anyway. I won't leave you alone my Naruto-kun. As the mother has found her son, the son has found his second mother. Truths that were lies now become truth. Naruto will ask his mother the truth of the night of his birth. Naruto-kun tells me you have it, don't you? She said. The nine-tailed fox. Yes. He said with a sad look. Jiraiya made up that story. The truth is I am your son from another world. Jiraiya is my master and everyone in Konoha likes me. But when I was born everyone used to hate me a lot. I never had friends or the love of my parents. I was alone, so alone it wasn't fun, it wasn't fair. I never knew the truth about my family. I thought I never a family to begin with. Naruto-kun, it's time for me to tell you the truth of your birth. It should not be different from your world, and I believe the mother of your world loved you very much as I do. Kushina kissed Naruto on the forehead. I was the previous nine-tail Jinchuriki. That's where it all began. Kushina's face looked in pain as she didn't want to rethink of that day, but she must tell him. What? You were the nine-tail host before me? No way. Kushina nodded her head. Yes, now Naruto-kun, please sit down, it's a long story. Naruto did as his mother asked of him. The truth is, I was brought to Konoha to be chosen as the second host of the nine-tail. As the word second host caught Naruto off guard, second host? You lived in a whole other country, why did you have to become the next Jinchuriki? Naruto yelled. Yes, I lived in another country and a different village. But Fire and Whirlpool counties and Leaf and Eddy villagers had strong ties to one another. Kushina said while Naruto was all open ears. Shinobi of the Leaf Senju clan and the Eddy's Uzumaki clan were distant blood relatives. Wow. Naruto nodded his head. The people of Eddy were blessed with astonishingly long lives, to a point our village was known as the Village of Longevity. Our clan specialized in sealing techniques, though their processes were a little rough. In fact, I taught Minato, your father, a whole bunch of sealing techniques. The seal on your stomach is one of the sealing from my village. Naruto couldn't believe it, there was a whole clan of badass Uzumaki. My village and country is gone now, it was only a matter of time before war came. People feared our sealing powers. I am what if left of the Uzumaki clan, and so are you. Many who survive were scattered across the world. Kushina explained. But then why did you have to become? Naruto was cut off by this mother. My predecessor as the Jinchuriki was also a powerful female. I guess it was appropriate since I had special chakra that can suppressing th.